Aryna Sabalenka defeated the favorite Jessica Pegula to avenge her final round loss from the previous year, earning her first US Open championship and third Grand Slam. Sabalenka experienced heartbreak in New York a year ago when Coco Gauff fought from a set down to win the US Open final. But a year later, Sabalenka subdued the home crowd and charged Pegula to win 7-5 in both sets. Welcome to Tennis FLIX, a channel dedicated to the latest and greatest in the tennis world. You will be captivated by today's amazing video. Aryna Sabalenka beats nerves, injury and pressure to claim first US Open title. Let's get started. Claiming the first US Open title. Aryna Sabalenka, the recent winner of the US Open, called her third Grand Slam victory always a dream after defeating Jessica Pegula with a score of 7-5 in both sets, despite a past of difficult losses in New York. The Belarusian victory at Flushing Meadows came after a season marred by injuries and personal hardships. She is now only the fifth woman in the Open era to win both hard-court majors in the same year. Aryna Sabalenka's lengthy history of hardship at the US Open came to an end on Saturday night, and the Belarusian was filled with emotions as she witnessed a lifelong dream come true. Along with her 2 Australian Open titles, the second seed added a third Grand Slam victory, solidifying her place as the world's greatest hard-court player. She defeated home favorite Jessica Pegula with a remarkable score of 7-5 in both sets, creating a thrilling match and erasing memories of her 3-set loss to Coco Gauff in the championship match of the previous year. The world number 2 lost from a setup in 2023 and admitted that the event weighed on her thoughts as she returned to Arthur Ashe Stadium. "I thought that I will be thinking a lot about previous years here because I had a lot of tough lessons here, especially the last year," she said. "Today I just keep reminding myself that this is the US Open final. Of course she's going to fight really hard for it, and it's not going to be easy, and I have to work really hard to get it. In those tough moments, I was just trying to stay strong and trying to remind myself that I have been through a lot, and I'm strong enough to hold under this pressure." The challenges. Sabalenka has a history of struggling when the largest prizes in the sport are at the line, but she has not given up on overcoming her anxiety and past problems with her game, especially being prone to double faults. She lost a 4-2 lead against Iga Swiatek in the decisive set of their 2022 semifinal match, and the Pole went on to win the title. She also lost similarly in last year's final match as the partisan crowd got into her head. Despite the fact that she lost momentum in her match against Pegula in the final, especially as she tumbled from 3-0 up to 5-3 down in the second set, Sabalenka managed to regain control of the match and write herself into history. She is currently the Belarusian with the most Grand Slam victories, surpassing Victoria Azarenka, and she is only the 5th woman in the Open era to win both hard-court majors in the same year. With her massive serve and immense power, she has become the top player on the surface, losing only one of her last 28 matches and winning the Cincinnati title before winning in New York. However, 2024 has also been a tough year for the 26-year-old, who was devastated by the loss of her former partner, Konstantin Koltsov, in March. She didn't take a break from the game, but unfavorable events led to her missing Wimbledon. "I faced a lot of challenges on and off the court," she also said. "The difficult one was also being injured and not able to play Wimbledon. It was a new experience for me. I was always hoping that one day I'll be able to hold this beautiful trophy. It's always been my dream. That's why it's very special, because no matter what, every time I was coming back stronger and I was learning, I never gave up on this dream." Sabalenka resumed action on the American hardcourt circuit, appearing more calm after a difficult summer. In January, she signed her name on fitness coach Jason Stacey's head before every match at the Australian Open. The match. Aryna Sabalenka left the US Open in tears 12 months ago as the runner-up. She had been eliminated in the semi-finals the previous 2 years, as well as other heartbreaking losses. After winning her third Grand Slam title of her career and her first victory at Flushing Meadows, Sabalenka was joking about on Saturday. The 26-year-old Belarusian Sabalenka adds this honor to the 2 she has already won on hard courts during the previous 2 seasons at the Australian Open. Pegula, a native New Yorker whose parents control both the NFL's Buffalo Bills and the NHL's Buffalo Sabres, was making her first major final appearance. She's won 15 of her past 17 matches over the past month, but both losses came against Sabalenka in tournament finals. However, in an exciting match played in front of a retractable roof at Arthur Ashe Stadium, Sabalenka, the number 2 seed, defeated Jessica Pegula, ranked number 6. Pegula's reactions. While Sabalenka was overjoyed after winning her third major title, Pegula admitted to being too annoyed at losing to appreciate the positive aspects of her performance. "I'm just annoyed I lost right now. Everyone is like, 'Congrats, amazing tournament.' I'm like, 'Hey, whatever,'" she said afterwards, although she was also able to laugh at the situation. "I think maybe once I decompress a little bit, I'm sure I will be a little bit more appreciative and see all of that at some point. It's been kind of a crazy couple of days, so hopefully I'll get some time after this to just relax and look back at what I've been able to do the last month." Regardless of the outcome, Pegula has had a fantastic tournament, joining Sabalenka as one of the in-form players to show up in New York. The 30-year-old defended her Canadian Open title and advanced to the Cincinnati Open final, where she lost again to Sabalenka. Aryna Sabalenka. Professional tennis player Aryna Sabalenka is from Belarus. The Women's Tennis Association formerly ranked her as the top player in the world in both singles and doubles. Sabalenka has won 3 major singles titles, including the 2023 and 2024 Australian Opens and the 2024 US Open, as well as 2 major doubles titles, the 2019 US Open and the 2021 Australian Open, all with Elise Mertens. She has won 22 career titles, 16 in singles and 6 in doubles. She was ranked number 11 in the world in singles at the end of 2018 and 2019. Sabalenka reached the world number 2 position after making 2 appearances in the major singles semifinals in 2021, but she found it difficult to sustain such form in 2022. In 2023, she won her first major singles title at the Australian Open, advanced to the semifinals of all 4 major tournaments, and rose to the global number 1 ranking, earning the title of ITF Global Champion. Sabalenka has a very aggressive style of play, often accumulating high numbers of winners and unforced errors. She also possesses a very strong serve for her height. Today's video has come to an end. We looked at Aryna Sabalenka beats nerves, injury and pressure to claim first US Open title. We sincerely hope you found enjoyment in gaining insights into the match between Jessica Pegula and Aryna Sabalenka. When Aryna Sabalenka lifted the US Open trophy to the audience's loud applause, it was clear that her victory was about more than just winning. It was also about overcoming challenges to establish herself on one of the biggest stages in tennis. With this win, she has undoubtedly left her mark on tennis history,